So if you just listen to this song, just know to say that the Don Bosco Vibes are in the studios, and we have nothing but the very best for the young people as well as those that are young at heart. So last week we were looking at career choices. So I cannot choose a career if I do not really do self-discovery. So to start with, Edward, what is self-discovery?
Self-discovery means getting to know yourself more. Mm-hmm. You know, this includes knowing what you like, not knowing what you don't like, you know, reflecting on your life, and just finding your core and principles in life. So it includes interacting with your society, you know, interacting with maybe even in family members. You interact, there are people maybe you might, you know, feel like, okay, I can work properly with these people, I cannot work properly with these people. So it's more of knowing what you really want in life, and knowing what you like, what you don't like, also reflecting on your life as you get to understand yourself a bit more.
Self-discovery, this is the process of understanding one's true self, knowing about your values, the things that you need and want, and the things that you don't want. Let's say, and also it also becoming one's true potential and motives.
Okay.
So self-awareness is simply the ability to focus on yourself and how your actions, thoughts, or emotions do or don't align with your internal standards. Now, allow me also to put on record that when a person is born, we are born more like a blank CD, or more like a blank paper. We really do not know what kind of a person we really are. So as we begin to grow, and to start advancing in life, we start to understand ourselves further. That is where, because there are a lot of parts that are attached to a person. There is an emotional aspect of an individual. So as you are growing up, you are even going to be understanding more about yourself, the things that makes you happy, the things that makes you sad, and the certain values that you are going to be supporting. There is also a spiritual side of an individual. So as you are growing up, so in relation to self-awareness, you start knowing more about yourself. You are even going to start understanding your spirituality. Because we're talking about, there are a lot of religions out there. Where there are Christians, there are Muslims, and there are all sorts of cults. So as you are growing up, in the relation to self-awareness, you're going to understand which route of spirituality you are going to pursue, so that it be able to represent your core values and your principles. There is also an academic or an intellectual perspective of an individual. So as you are even growing up, also in relation to careers that you talked about last week. So as you continue knowing about yourself, you start developing various interests in life. So even the career that you are going to pursue in relation to academics, even the course that you are going to pursue, it should be able to reflect your values. So self-awareness is very critical because it enables you to pursue a very good career.
Okay. So from self-awareness, we move to interest awareness, Chibesa.
Well, basically, with respect to self-awareness, when we talk about interest awareness, it is just one person discovering and knowing that interest, which marries with self-awareness. Because if you're aware of yourself, then you'll be able to discover your interest. So check yourself. What is it that makes you happy? Like I said, what is it that comes naturally without you having to, you know, put in so much effort? Of course, in as much as it might come natural, you need to do one or two things, right? But then there's just that one thing that you effortlessly do. That is your interest. What is it that you do with so much excitement, with so much happiness, you know? What is it that drives your energy? What is it that makes you feel like you are satisfied? One thing that fulfills you, that is your interest. That is what you love to do. If you do it and you feel satisfied, you do it and you feel like you've attained fulfillment and you've reached that point of wow, I think I did it. That is your area of interest. So it is very important that teenagers, youths, and even adults should take time to know their interest, because it is going to help them with regards to the career choices they're going to make. It is going to help them with regards to how they live their day-to-day life, and to also understand themselves. If you know what your interests are and it makes you happy, you're not going to be doing things that don't make you happy. So, and it helps you understand yourself, and it helps you live a normal life, because you only focus on that which you are interested in. It is okay for you to divert a little and to explore, but it is important that you go for that which you do easily without having to have difficulties, and that is what you are interested in. So in self-discovery, self-interest is key, because when you interest awareness is key, because when you know your interest, it is easy for you to be able to pick what you want. And when you go for your area of interest, you are fulfilled. So it is very cardinal that we put that into consideration.
All right. So in self-discovery, we also have hopes and dreams. I think almost everyone has got
oh yes,
hopes.
But sometimes we overdream, guys.
We overdream. Yes, Edward.
Under hopes and dreams, this is where now you begin to look at what you really want to achieve in life. From childhood, we all had those dreams. I want to be a doctor, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a nurse, and all sorts of stuff. But a lot of people in the long run begin to change, because there was no self-awareness. There was also no interest awareness. So as you grow up now, you begin to find out what you're interested in, what you really want to do in life, what you are good at. You come to understand your inner personality, what you can deal with and what you cannot, deal with. And then again, society also will shape you into, discovering your hopes and your dreams. At times you look at society and then think, okay, what's missing in this society? Do we have enough teachers? Do we have enough lawyers? Do we have enough doctors? And then you become to explore, after you've picked that interest. You come to explore in that profession. You come to think of its benefits and how it can benefit maybe society. So you choose that career, and then you start planning your goal now. What do you want with this career, or what do you want with this job? Is it to help people? Is it to make money? And all sorts of stuff. So hopes and dreams, this is where now you try to organize yourself and write down your goals and your dreams and what you really want to achieve in the long run.
Okay. So Elizabeth, we also have career discovery. So one thing that I've come to understand is that no matter how old you grow, people are still discovering themselves. Like they are still doing self-discovery. Yes, Elizabeth.
Okay, from career discovery, it integrates self-awareness, interest awareness, and also discovered hopes and dreams. So most of the time, it's very hard for a person to choose a career that suits themselves. So you have to be aware of yourself, what kind of things that you are comfortable with. And also you have to be aware of yourself, the hopes and dreams. What do you want to become? What do you expect at the end of the day? So to be very easy for you to choose the career that you want. And also if you take it in the Bible says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So sometimes it's not about discovering ourselves, forcing ourselves, but we have to draw in the presence of God. The more we draw in the presence of God, the more we discover more about ourselves.
Why is it important to discover oneself?
Discovering oneself is very important. Self-discovery is an ongoing process. I think even up to now, we have not yet fully understood ourselves. And I do not think there is any other person that is ever fully going to understand himself. Self-discovery is a very key important. Why? Because it helps you to establish relationships with other individuals, like Edward initially indicated. Now, if you do not know about yourself, it will be very difficult to get along with other individuals. Okay, and also sometimes since we are also talking about in a relation with careers, having identified yourself, it also helps you to choose the right career path. Because, for instance, if you are compassionate, it will mean that you can be a very good medical doctor, or you can even become a very good lawyer. So if you have not yet fully discovered yourself, that's what makes people choosing wrong careers, and in the end these people become ineffective, inefficient, and incompetent because they have not yet understood themselves. So understanding yourself and discovering yourself helps you choose a very right career.
So it is very important sometimes to even discover yourself through other people. You know what I mean? Because there's a part which you don't know, but other people know about you. And to somewhat extent, many a times when you think that you're doing the right thing or that you're taking the right path, and yet you are not. Because there is a certain part of you that you haven't noticed, but other people are able to tell. And so this is the reason why it is very important to listen when other people tell you something. Okay? If it is negative, don't take it in. If it's not chucking, chuck it out. But we should all appreciate the fact that there's a certain part of myself that I don't know and that only other people can see. And also another individual should equally know that there's just a part of myself that only me is aware of, and they are not aware of that. And there's just that blind part, the blind window, where none of us know. It's just like a place for discovery, which should help one leave room to learn and leave room to discover themselves the more. It is just very, very, very cardinal that we all understand this particular point. I've decided to stress on it because he raised it. In self-discovery, you are not the only person who is discovering yourself, but other people around you are equally key players who are going to help you discover who you really are. The activities that you engage yourself in, if you drink beer, if you go out, if you use drugs and whatnot, is what is going to discover who you really are. Sometimes we might want to shun away from our real personality because maybe we're living under the jurisdiction of another person or staying under the roofs of our parents. But then when you have that freedom, like you're alone, you're in uni or you're staying on your own, that is when now you're going to know who you really are.
Elizabeth, addition.
Know your weaknesses and strength. That is going to help you to discover yourself more better.
All right. Chibesa, what impact does society have in relation with self-discovery?
Society sometimes may want to dictate how you live your life and what you do and how you do things. And sometimes you tend to lose yourself and you start living for others. Like he said, you want to be a people pleaser simply because it is written or society depicts that at the age of 25, Cecilia must be married. Then I don't have time to discover myself. Then I don't have time to grow. Then I don't have time to know who I really am or who I really want for a life partner. I will then lose myself because society says so. So I feel society is a huge key player with regards to how people tend to lose themselves and not to discover themselves. Tips on self-discovery: be happy. Like I said, be happy, know yourself, do love what you do what you love, you know, and feel good about yourself, feel good about what you have, be content with the little that you have, because life is gonna get better. You discover yourself when you're with the right people. Surround yourself with the right people. If you know that your company is not good, the people you mingle with are not good for you, run away. Run as fast as your feet can carry you.
And I think also what helps us discover ourselves is learning new things. Finding out or maybe exploring new hobbies. Just try out new things, go places, discover yourselves. Being in one place, there's
go
no
places
way, there's no way you can discover yourself being in the same space. At times, for growth to occur, you need to experience new things.
Yes.
Okay, so our last word on today's program, please let us be brief.
You are unique in your own way. So when it comes to self-discovery, they should be able to discover, they should know that they can only be themselves and they can't be another person. So when the self-discovery starts by really knowing who you are and knowing that I am unique from another person. Plagiarism of personalities should be discouraged at all costs. Follow what really suits you. Follow your strength. I submit.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Friendship is not by force, it's by choice. So know the company that you are in with. Know the people that you're around with. Are there people that can bring something out of you? Can they teach you something that is valuable? So know yourselves and be content with what you have. Don't try to copy, just like Raphael said. Don't copy. Okay. You are unique in your own way.
Edward?
Trust the process. Be honest with yourself. Be kind with yourself as well. Don't be harsh with yourself when you make a mistake. And also respect yourself and people around you. And the last one is be resilient. You know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but be firm and, just trust the process and be honest with yourself.
All right. Thank you so much. Chibesa.
Chabulikira na futi chakumalasti. I'm the best and I'm the baddest, and I would like everybody to feel like that about themselves. Know that you're the best and that you're the baddest and that you're good at what you do. Love you, like love yourself. Have enough love for yourself such that even in the absence of your friends, in the absence of your partner, in the absence of people that make you happy, you're still going to be happy without them. And take time to meditate and to discover yourself. Me, I love you guys and I love me more.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much to everyone, and thank you so much for your words of wisdom. Remember to join us next week, same place, same time. My name's Victoire Chilufia, so continue discovering who you are. Do not follow where the wind goes, but follow what your heart really tells you. So you might feel, okay, I'm too hot for this, but the most important thing is you discover who you are. So until we meet again, have a blessed afternoon. My name's Victoire Chilufia.